goodness. Well, you know, as I said in the opening, this show the show is all about the Ebo Whyte, man. Show some love, man. This is a show I've been looking forward to doing for a long time. Today it has happened, man. And I'm going to be talking. When we say he needs no introduction, this is one of the clear cases where you can say he needs no introduction. So I don't have to bore you about anything. I just want you to put your hands together, show some love for the man, Ebo Whyte. There we go.
Okay.
Show us some love one more time, man. Uncle Ebo.
Yes, sir.
It's such a pleasure to have you, man. And it's great because this is what I'm having you on the KSM show set. You know, you done TGI for me.
You know that I envy people like you who can say it's such a pleasure to have you, man. Because if I attempted it, it's such a pressure to have you, man.
That's a successful factor
Yes.
coming to play.
Absolutely.
But it's good to have you, man.
It's good to be here after many years.
After many years, yeah. And you know, the reason I have you, and I'm sure it's because you know, I was very jealous, for example, when I was very impressed, but jealous, when I saw that CNN had come all the way from the US to do a piece on you. Now, I hadn't done a major one. Man.
No, the good news is that before CNN came, you had featured me 3 times.
Oh, I had?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So on that, we beat CNN.
We say, okay, that's show me some love. But it's great to have you. Uncle, but you've done so well. And you know it. So that's why I was saying in the beginning, you know.
And you also know the source of inspiration.
Well, no.
Mellow madness, man.
They were not born.
No, they were not born. Mellow madness.
Yeah. But so far, how many plays have you done? The last time I checked, I think you hit 20-something.
From 2008.
Yeah.
27.
27.
Yes, from 2008.
Wow. Now this is the most impressive part for me, you know, because you know, we all work in this field, and I know that in places where they are, for example, producing like a show every quarter,
yes,
they have like about 12 to 15 staff writers, you know, cranking up their ideas.
Or they pick from a repertoire of dead playwrights.
Of dead playwrights.
Of dead playwrights, Muriel and all.
Yes,
yes.
But here you are, single-handedly. Every quarter, you're coming out with a new product, man. How do you do it?
Accommodate the work. You find a way to do it, my brother. Accommodate the work, you find a way to do it.
How do you write on a hungry stomach?
No, it's not a hungry stomach, per se, because I've never even been a fan of food. How do you write on a hungry, on a hunger to fulfill what you believe is your God-given destiny and purpose? You know, I think that in Ghana, we set our bar low.
Very low bar, yeah.
And then we give ourselves permission not to even jump it. You know, to begin with, it was already low. Then we give ourselves permission not to give it. It is very easy for people to meet you and say that, oh, why you be? You've done enough. You know, but that is not the mentality elsewhere where we are running and chasing after. I look at somebody like Cratchit Dente, and one of the inspirations I have. Cratchit Dente is a man who single-handedly translated the Bible into Asante Twi.
Single-handedly?
Yes, he didn't do Asante Equiapem. He didn't do Equiapem. Equiapem was done by the Basel missionaries. But the Asante Twi is a work of one man called Cratchit Dente. And in his 80s, I will visit this man, and the first thing he will say is, Ebo, have I told you my 5-year plan?
In his 80s?
In his 80s. And we will leave his house, and my wife will go, now, does he think you'll be around in 5 years? KSM, the good thing is that when he finally died, he had accomplished 3 of the 5 things he had told me.
Really?
3.
After age of 80?
At the age of 80. He told me he was going to bring Habitat Humanity to Ghana. He did. He was going to start a secondary school in Kumasi. He did. In his 80s. He wasn't stopping.
Wow.
You know, he wasn't stopping.
Wow.
And so once you hold these models in your mind, once you hold them, they then inspire you not to rest on your oars. So those are the models, those are the things that drive me. And thank God, I've also been surrounded by quite a good team. I've been blessed with some of the most creative people. So that when you look at my script and you see my production, there's quite a bit of difference. And the difference is because all these guys, young people, they come with their creativity and they help to grow the thing, and then it takes on a life of its own.
Wow, wow. So first you write the script.
Yes.
And then you throw it to your group?
Once the script is done, I bring together a group of about 20. We read through it. They shoot it down. They shoot it down knowing that they will suffer no consequences for shooting it down, for saying whatever they like. You know, they know I won't, some of them are my staff, they know I won't demote them, I won't take it from their salary.
You take it personal, man.
No, I won't take it personal. And so...
so they are free to cut it down whichever way they want.
Oh, yes, and some of them, I think, whenever they haven't been happy with me in the course of the quarter, they know we'll get him.
We'll get him on the road.
So they will give it to me on that day. So, but after the 20 have gone through this, I take their comments and go and do a revision. Because, KSM, in creative writing, we say that there is no great writing. There is only great rewriting. So I take it back, revise it, and then bring another 30 people, made up of half of those who saw it, who have read it already, and then the other half who have who have not seen the script at all, or did not know its original state. And then we read it. And whilst they are reading, I'm looking at their reactions. You know, so then we take the comments from there as well. If there's a need to revise, go back and revise. And it is only then that it is ready to go to the group.
Wow.
Then the group reads it, gives their comments, and then after that one, I have a fair idea what kind of material we have.
That's still a lot of work, especially if you're doing a play every 3 months.
Every 3 months, yes. Yes.
Show him some love, man. Well, and I was there. I was actually there in the audience when you promised
a play every quarter.
Yeah.
And people thought I was crazy.
I thought you were crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I believe I was crazy. If I knew then what I know now, maybe I would have said that they play every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. So is that enormous pressure on you that I have to finish the 3 months is coming? Or you still have a way of doing it cool?
I make it look cool. I make it look cool. God has blessed me with a kind of face that never reflects what's going on in my mind.
Inside that, do you?
No.
So you always look cool?
I look cool on the outside, but...
inside?
Oh, they don't know.
Boiling point?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. I think the only one who suffers most is my wife.
Oh, really?
Because she sees the other side that the public does not see.
Yeah.
She sees the sleepless nights, the restlessness,
yeah.
the pacing of the floor.
Yeah.
As you try to wrestle an idea, coax an idea into reality, sometimes you write up to a certain point and the characters just refuse to reveal themselves any further.
Yeah.
I'm working on a play now. The first 10 pages were bliss. I mean, it was fun writing. Now I'm on page 19, and the play says, I won't mind you anymore. So I've had to move on to another play.
Oh, really?
I'll come back to this later.
Stop that. Instead, you have to move on to another show.
You can't force it.
Yeah.
If you force it, it becomes a hack job.
Yeah.
And anybody who is creative enough can tell that this is not quite a story.
Wow.
It's a cut and paste. No,
wow.
You don't want a cut and paste.
You don't want a cut and paste. So what's your reaction to was it creativity? Creativity is not. They say creativity is
90%, 95% perspiration.
Yes.
And 5% inspiration.
Yeah. You seem to be going with the inspiration.
No, both.
It's both. Yeah.
Both. I agree with that. Because you see, once the inspiration comes, then you must put in the hard work.
Okay, and perspire.
And perspire. And then sometimes you've got to always be ready. Because I realized that in my experience, if I sit behind my computer, ideas will flow. If I haven't sat behind it, ideas don't quite flow. Do you understand? So you've got to make the time.
Yeah.
And then once the ideas begin to flow, you now must run to catch them. Because ideas, they flow like that. You know, and if you don't catch it, it's going.
It's going, yeah.
So if an idea hits you just when you are going to sleep,
and you don't catch it.
And you say, oh, tomorrow okay, this is a nice idea. Okay, tomorrow I'll write it.
Tomorrow is gone.
No, you write, tomorrow you wake up and it's at burger.
I was thinking about, you know.
Yeah,
it's
gone.
It happens to me.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
And then years later, you find somebody pitching that idea. You say, hey, it's my idea. You say, no, it's not your idea. It was flowing.
It was flowing. You didn't grab it.
And whoever grabs it, grabs it.
Wow.
So I've had a situation. I remember one day, I worked till 2:30 a.m. and decided, well, let me take a rest because I had a full day the next morning. So 2:30, I go to bed. The moment my head hit the pillow,
that is
began to come. I had to get up.
Wow.
And I wrote that day. I think I wrote till 5:30.
Wow.
You know, because you must now run to catch them
before they go away.
Before they go away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be yours. They can't be yours.
Wow. Show some love, man. Show some love. And not only am I talking to Ebo Whyte today, I'm celebrating his whole team, man. So we're going to introduce two people from his team, and then we'll go into commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to the two, and later on, we'll meet another two. So, Uncle, who is joining us now?
I'm going to have one. I'm going to invite to join me one of the most incredible and talented young men I have ever met in this business. His name is Andrew Adote. The interesting thing with Andrew Adote is that the first time he told me he could act, I laughed.
Oh, really?
And he's proved me wrong many, 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 many times. If Roverman Productions has come this far, it is to a large extent
Andrew,
due to his what he can do with a character. Give him any character, and he will transform it.
Wow.
You know, we did a play about you.
Yes.
Trials of the Ghanaian.
Yes.
And you should have seen what he did with you.
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
okay. I was right. Okay, and then, and he's been with me from 2008, so okay. He's one of the pioneers of this whole journey. And then I'm going to pair him with a latter day saint. Latter day saint, yeah. Nana Sam. Nana Sam came into the group, for audition last year. Something about her told me this is not the kind of talent you meet every day. An incredible talent. And then, so whilst I had told everybody I'll call them, she admitted that very day into the group and invited. We were in the middle of rehearsing Make Me a Woman Tonight. And from the first day she joined the rehearsal, you couldn't tell that this is her first day. She fitted in so perfectly, and she rendered the character so well. Fantastic. That she's become one of the key pillars of Roverman. So those are talents I celebrate, and I thank God very much for.
Okay, so we're going to have them join us before we take the break.